Hello everyone, how are you today? We're going to go down here we're at pattern-collections.com. I'm on the website. I use it on my phone. And before we get started, we're going to go down here and remind you that this PayPal button will get you to the page where you can make a donation to help this website run without commercials, without advertisements. It's all donation based, and this money does not go to me in any way, shape, or form. It goes to Ina Sonnenmoser, who runs this website. She pays for this out of her own money. And if you could donate a little bit, that would be awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. She wants this to be a resource for everyone, but since, you know, it is expensive to run a website, especially a popular one, because if you go down here all the way to the bottom, it will tell you how many views this website has. Almost 8 million views. Each one of those clicks costs some money. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. What happened? What happened? That's not where I wanted to be either. Lord of mercy. Why? What's going on? What's my phone doing? It did something. It's had an update. Pattern collections. We'll just go back. There we are. Pattern focus is where I want to go. And today we're going to go to number 13. Bluster. This is pattern that was focused, the pattern focused from May of 2019. Looks cool. I love feathering as a thing. The pattern itself is nestled in here inside this other set of patterns on the sample. So what we're looking for is this sort of flowery one right there in the middle. So first thing we're going to do is make a little dot, and then coming out from that dot we're going to make a little loop, kind of a swoop in the loop. And then we're going to come and do that all the way around with, she's done 5 arms. I suppose you could do 4. I suppose you could do 6. Well, 5's good. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. And then coming off of that little loop, we're going to make this little curve right there. And we're going to make sure that these loops all going the same direction. So come up and around, right? All going the same direction. Then we're going to do another one here and one coming this way. Here and this way. Okay. And then we're just going to keep following that same sort of pattern. We're going to do another one here. So on this side, we've got 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to come this way again. So we have 1, 2, 3 coming this way. Fill in the space with, it's sort of feathering like thing, and we end up with a flowery shape, something like that. And like I said, here it's put into the middle of here, but you can see really clearly, here's the loop, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then she's done one little bit more, so it kind of overlaps. But that gives it that shape. I like this spiral in the middle. I think I will do something like that. And I like how on the outside of it, she's done something similar but different to give it a place to live inside something interesting. Excuse me. I'm a little congested this morning. Allergies. I'm always full of allergies. You guys know that. Okay, set my phone over there so I can see it. Get myself a piece of paper, turn on my light so all these shadows disappear. Isn't that lovely when the shadows all disappear? And I want to decide if I want to put these in a context, if I want a frame. I haven't done one with a frame in a long time, so let's do that. I grab my mechanical pencil, make myself a frame about like that. About that size. Just going to leave it light and sketchy until I'm done, and then I'll come back and do a frame. And so maybe I'll put one in this general direction here, and maybe one here, a smaller one. I think I'll just put two, and then maybe something up in here and there. Okay. That's, you guys probably can't even see that. I've sketched it super light. Can you see any of that? People complain that they can't see what my pencil lines. Well, that's because I've put them down so light that they're just barely there as a guide for me. They're not really meant to be seen. So I'm going to do this big one first. I'm going to start. I do like that, having a spirally kind of a thing to start in the middle. Oh, you are very far away. Let me bring you in. That's better. And then we're going to go kind of out and with a loop. Out with a loop. 3, 4, I think I want 6, no, 5, yeah, 5 is fine. Okay, so then the next step is the one coming on this side, and it comes about like so. Is it raining? Might be. Got a bit of weather today. Something like that. And then the next one is here, and one coming this way. And here, and this way, and here, and this way. Like so. And we're just going to go around and do it again. Another one there. Another one here. And we're just going to keep going around and filling in till we've filled in the space. think that's the way I want it. I want this side to come all the way to the bottom. And then these can just kind of fill in like that. One more. Something like that. That's cool. I like it. Okay, let's do another one. I want to overlap them. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to actually make it bigger. I was going to make it smaller, but I think I'm going to make it bigger. Maybe I'll make that one come out of the box. Like that. Okay. You didn't see some of that. Sorry. And just around and around. Let's see, that would be about here and about here and about here. We're not going to see it yet. We're not going to see that one yet. Might see a little bit of that one. Okay, so I'm going to start just filling like that. I'm going to do two, that. And then a couple of those. Okay, that's good. I like that. And then maybe one more here. Really big? Shall I go really big? Sure. Start it about here. Come up. Those are going to stop on my, they're not going to stick out. This one sticks out from my border. I don't think I want, do I want that one to stick out from the border? Maybe I do. Okay. Couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Those all go like that. And then they go like so. How are you guys today? I'm doing a little bit better than I was the last time I came out here to draw. Some days are better than others. I've had some rough ones, let me tell you. It's just been tough. But anybody who's lost someone that they're very close with will already know that. So hopefully you give me a little bit of grace if some days I don't feel or sound quite up to snuff. You'll know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back a couple of videos till last week. Not going to dwell. We have had some tough times. It's been birthdays. There was one birthday last week, and there's one coming up next week. Yeah. Tough, tough, tough to deal with. I'm just going around in circles here. One more here. One more here. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill this one in right here like that. And I'm going to fill this one like so. And like so. Something like that. Did you see any of that? I didn't look up. I was just so concentrated on what I was doing. If you didn't see any of that, I apologize. I think I was in frame, but I might not have been. I might have been way over here. Oh, goodness sakes. That's awful. I apologize if I was out of frame. It is very likely that I was out of frame. Dang it. I hate when I do that and I get all involved in what I'm doing and not pay attention to the fact that I'm actually needing to make it so you guys can see. Something like that. That's very pretty. I like it. What was this called again? I have already forgotten. It's called Bluster. Okay, now I want to put a little color in here. I think I'm going to just do a little shading and a little white. So let's get a pencil, do the overlapping bits. Should I do a question? Let me do a question of the day. If you could only hear one voice that you're familiar with for the rest of your life from the mouth of all people, whose would it be? Well, that's an interesting question. So if everybody opened their mouths to speak and it all sounded like the same voice, which voice would I want it to be? My very first instinct was to say my husband, but as I think about it, there are way too many people in my life that my husband's voice would be really weird coming. Think if I had to hear a voice coming out of everyone exactly the same, if everyone had to have the same voice, I'm not too sure I would want it to be someone who is closest to me. I don't know. Wow, that's just a weird question to think about, isn't it? Because that would mean that whoever you pick, everybody else that you know and love, their voices would change to that other person's voice. I don't want them all to change their voices. I love each person's voice. They're unique and individual, and I don't want my best friend to sound like my son, and I don't want my son to sound like my husband. That would just be weird. Oh, no. Horrible question. Sounded like a lighthearted, fun question at the beginning. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. Oh, that would just be bizarre. Can you imagine a movie like that? Where they use a voice actor to do all the lines for everyone, and they just dub that voice in for every single person? Oh, wouldn't that be weird? That would just mess with my brain. And then especially if it was a voice that I recognized, that I knew. Yeah, no, that just seems wrong. That's just getting weirder and weirder in my head as I think about it. And that's just not. No, just no. This is a fun pattern. I really like it. But of course, I like organic patterns. They are just in my wheelhouse. They make me happy. You guys know that. At least you should by now. If you don't know that, then you're new here and welcome. I don't say that often enough to welcome new people. If you guys don't know me or my channel, I'm sort of part story time, part drawing. I learn new patterns on every video. So I'm not really, I guess technically I'm teaching, but at the same time I'm learning. I don't usually go in with patterns I know what I'm doing, so I'm just kind of going along with the flow with you guys. And while I do that, I sometimes answer questions that are in this book called If Questions for the Game of Life that I found at the library bookstore one time. Thought they would be interesting questions to answer while I'm drawing. Sometimes I do story time about my day. Sometimes I don't talk much at all. Some people don't like my content, and that's fine. Some people do. My content is for me, not for everyone. So if this isn't your jam, thank you for visiting. And I don't blame you for moving on to somebody else if what I do isn't your thing. But if you like my content, welcome. And it would be nice if you would subscribe. Ooh, that's really bright. I think that's almost too bright. But I've started now, so I need to continue. Might not be so bad once I get it all on there. And I may come back in with pencil and just do some white pencil spots so that this white isn't quite so stark white, that it's just a highlight with the other pencil, which I think is what I'm going to do. Let me finish this one, and then I'm going to come in. I think I want to do the pencil first. Where'd my white pencil go? There it is. Need to sharpen it. I just use whatever white colored pencil I happen to have on hand. This particular one happens to be a Faber-Castell, but it could be any white colored pencil. Oh yeah, that's much softer. Much softer look with the pencil rather than the pen. I will have to come back in and use pen on these because I started with pen, so I need to continue. But at least it'll have some softer white with it, and it won't be quite so stark. I forgot to look and see where I'm at with subscribers. I really don't pay that much attention to it, though I probably should. I don't know. Really just don't know. Let me look. Let me take a little perusal, because sometimes when we hit a big subscriber number, I'll do a giveaway. So I'm at 26,735. So thank all of you for that. Who knew that was going to be a thing? I was happy with 50. And then I was happy with 100. And then 500. Wow, that was a lot. And when I hit 1,000, I thought, wow, geez. Can't imagine that there's 1,000 people. I thought those people moved. Their dogs are still here barking. I thought they moved. Yeah. So what I was saying, the dogs are distracting me, is I never thought that, I thought 1,000 was a lot of subscribers. And then once I hit over 1,000, I was able to schedule videos instead of having to upload them on the day I wanted them to post. That was an exciting day for me. That was a good day, because then I could pre-record videos and have them ready to go and scheduled. That way, if I didn't have time to get onto YouTube one day, you guys would still get videos on time. That looks so different. Look how different that looks from that. That's crazy. Now I'm going to come back in here and give these some softening up. Add a little regular white to these. Oh, it's much better with a little bit softer white. But see, the pencil is, can you see the, I don't know if you can see it. See the little like dust? It's because the pencil is actually pulling some of that white gel pen off. So usually, and I don't know why I didn't do it this time, usually I start with the pencil and then do the gel pen on top so it doesn't happen. For some reason I didn't think about it till it was too late. Okay, let me just dust that off a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now I can come back with my pen, finish these ones off. Do I want light or dark in the inside? Pen stopped working. Yeah, so anyways, what we had a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I think we had a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. But we're kind of stalled out here after 25,000. I had a 25,000 subscriber giveaway. And then we kind of stalled out. And you guys are watching, but you're not hitting the subscribe button. If you don't want to, that's okay. That's cool. I get it. But I was thinking maybe what, 30,000? Because we're at 26. So maybe 30,000 would be a good number to hit for another giveaway. Or Christmas, whichever comes first. Oop, 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 oop. I covered up one of my black lines. Oh well. Just trying to keep my hand out of it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I like the way that looks. I'm almost thinking I want something in the background back here, but I don't want bright, but I also don't want black. Excuse me. Shall we try silver? I want to see. Let me just play with something here. I'm going to put some black lines, some white pencil, some white pen to kind of simulate what I've done on the other side. And then I want to see what does silver look like. Yeah, I think silver. I'm going to, like they did in the sample, I like the I like those swirly bits around the background, but because my pattern here fills up more of the space, I do like what they've done with that sort of background the grid that they've put in the background. So I'm going to do that. Something like that, and like this. Like that. Oops, got a little carried away there. I have to come back with my black pen. Something like that. And then maybe just dots. Something like that. Just a little something in the background. I like that. Okay, come back with my brush pen to fix my border where I got a little carried away. Anything else over here? Got a little carried away into my black there. Perfect. All right, I'm even happier with that. Looks good. Indeed, it does. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video. Go out and do something nice for someone today. And remember what your people sound like, because you know what? Thinking about that would make the world really weird. We all have a unique voice. Sometimes people sound similar, but nobody sounds exactly the same, just like fingerprints. Yeah, I would hate for everybody to sound the same. That would be weird. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.